What improved your life so much, you wished you did sooner? I stopped living my life just waiting for the weekend. When you work 5 days a week and have just 2 off, it's not good to be always waiting for those 2 days. You can plan something meaningful or fun every day, even if it's just a small thing. Edit. Wow. Thanks for all the awards. I'm glad others have found this comment helpful. Got a divorce. Flossing. Actually, I use a water pick now. Now my hygiene and cleaning visits are a breeze, and I haven't had a cavity in years. Learned Spanish. Now I have a lot of amazing Latino friends and I got a lot of great gigs and opportunities because of it. Just packed up and moved thousands of miles away. Left everything behind and just started over. Besides some debt, a suitcase, and contacts for only the non-toxic people in my life, it's been an extremely liberating experience. And looking back, nothing was really preventing me from doing it sooner. No real reasons, at least. I just kept coming up with excuses not to do it, until one day I couldn't think of one. To talk about my depression. Don't be too afraid to seek for help. Not everyone can afford this, but moving closer to work. My commute went from 45 miserable minutes in traffic glaring in hatred at the tail lights in front of me to a pleasant 15-minute bike ride. I got an hour of free time every day, and better health. Got a proper diagnosis. I think a lot of people, that 4 years questioned themselves what's wrong with me. When they finally got diagnosed, it's a big relief, and changes a lot in a better way. Bachelor degree at 47 years old. Master degree at 50 years old. Doubled my salary in 4 years, from just getting by to on track for retiring at 60. Exercise every day. Anxiety and depression are much easier to manage, and I got some confidence I haven't had in years. Low impact cardio. Fuck, I love to run, but it destroyed my legs. I can swim my little heart out. When I was told that I would lose my eyesight, it made me pay more attention to how beautiful the sky was. I can still see, and I enjoy watching the clouds on a level I can't even explain. Edit. Thanks to everyone for the love. You all have made me very happy. I started flower gardening. Really relaxing. You will see results all summer, lots of successes and failures, but failures bring improvements. And I listen to audible books while I'm at it sometimes. Especially great if you have a desk job. Edit. It's so nice to know so many are enjoying gardening. I had no idea it would be a Reddit thing. Daily exercise. It doubled my energy for an hour out of my day. Quitting drinking is the best thing I've ever done for my mental and physical health, and it's done nothing but improve my relationships. The last year and a half have been the best I've ever had. Doing at least one chore a day. You would be amazed at how well getting something done, even if you hate it, can fight back against certain depressive mentalities, particularly the ones that convince you you're useless or are a burden. Learning to set boundaries and say no. Reading books way more. Quitting smoking. My social skills. Looking back, I could have made some awesome new friends. But nope, my anxiety-driven ass had to be difficult back then. Moved away from the state I grew up in. I didn't know how unhappy I was. I had gotten used to being miserable, and now that I'm in a better area, I'm a completely different person. Stopped arguing with random strangers on internet. I did fencing in college, and after that I just couldn't make it work with my school and work schedule. 15 years later, I found a club and started doing it again. I hate every other sport, and exercising just to exercise is unpleasant and boring. This is the only one for me, and I needed something to make me active. Walking. I've got stamina again. Edit. Thanks for the award, kind stranger. Eating dinner or a late snack at work. Too often I would leave work hungry, and the temptation driving past Chick-fil-A or the corner taco shop was too much. I've kept my weight under control for a couple of years now, having dropped from the 220s to the 170s. Stopped caring what others think about me. Audio books, commutes, walks, yard work, chores, watching kids at the park, lounging around, etc. are all way better, and some of the highlights of my day. I even listen when I fall asleep, and it helped me sleep faster, and gave me something to enjoy, for I have a random bout of insomnia. I'm about to go camping, and know I'll sleep like garbage, and enjoy every minute of laying in a tent not sleeping. Learning how to do everything myself. Car issue. Look it up. Fix my fence. Look it up. Just do it all myself. Replace valves. Look it up. If they don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Riding my bike at least an hour a day. Quitting drinking. Everything is easier these days, coming up on 4 years. Listening to the sound of rain to fall asleep. Accepting adversity as a part of any process. We may get too overwhelmed from time to time when adversity hits, but if you take a peek at the future, it all starts to feel smaller and make more sense. Moving out of my home country. Got a bidet toilet attachment. There's nothing like having a clean ass all the time. Finding the right therapist. Been in since I was 9, and found the right one at 23. It's only been maybe 6 months, but I've already unpacked so much more trauma in that small time than I did all the other years wasted in therapy. Getting a WFH 40-hour-a-week job. I was working like 55 hours a week in a warehouse before. So much room for activities. Edit this blew up, so anyone asking how I did it, there's a comment below explaining it in detail. No one has said it yet, but laser eye surgery. Best money I've ever spent. I begrudgingly started lifting weights when I was 30 due to some back pain that caused me to barely be able to get out of my office chair. I forced myself to go for a few weeks. Then I started looking forward to going to the gym. Then after a while I became a total gym rat meathead. As a teenager, not only did it cure my back pain, but I lost weight, look and feel much better, and the doctor says all my health indicators are spot on now, as I am in my 40s, and in addition, it's like a hobby for me now that I tinker with and socialize with other people who are into the same thing, etc. Trying to be more positive in general. Left my abusive relationship of 14 years. Setting rules for myself. After COVID started, I spent a year drinking and eating pizza every other day, and at that time I thought, why shouldn't I keep doing it if I enjoy it? You can die anytime, so you should make the most out of what little time you have, right? The problem being, apart from health consequences, that it quickly becomes not enjoyable, and I realize now how miserable I was during that time. Most things are only fun when you do them occasionally. Sounds obvious, I know, but it was not obvious for my dumbass. Now I have set rules for myself, that I can only drink on Sundays and only eat junk food once a month, and it's so much more rewarding and fun. I recently took up hand sewing. When I think of how many good pairs of jeans I've thrown away simply because the crotch ripped, and all it would have took to fix them was a double-threaded ladder stitch. Hiring a sleep coach to help figure out why my kids wouldn't sleep. She didn't suggest anything radical, just a bunch of little changes. But she held us accountable several times a day for 2 weeks through a shared spreadsheet, and the improvement was incredible. Kids slept way longer, were happier, and better behaved. Spouse and I gained hours together in the evenings, had a way calmer home, and also got to sleep more. We hesitated 4 months because of sticker shock, but it ended up being a huge investment in our quality of life. Working out and deleting most social media like Twitter. Got my back fixed after 10 years of avoiding it. L5S1 spinal fusion. Getting divorced, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Getting a dog. When I stopped worrying about things I could not control. Completely eliminated my general anxiety. Still can't speak in public, but a catastrophic climate disaster. Sometimes it be like that.